Hi guys, Lendrum here from strengthphysio.com, and in this video I'm going to go through a few coaching tips on the deadlift, the setup position and things you can do as a coaching cue for clients so that you can get the best out of their deadlift technique. Stay tuned. Okay, so in this video we're going to go through a couple of tips and techniques you can use when you're teaching patients and clients to deadlift properly. So, Emily, if I get you to do a couple of deadlifts for me. So, good deadlift position is a hip dominant movement. That's good. So the main things you're looking for again with this is that you keep a neutral spine throughout. The start position and end position, and that it's a hip dominant movement, so we're really using those hips. So a couple of things that people may well do, and again, there are slightly different ways that you can do the deadlift. Sometimes, I think even Emily in that demonstration was quite upright, so actually she was almost quad dominant, I would say, doing that deadlift. Still a good position, and the spine was upright. If you had a trap bar, for example, then that's the sort of position you'd be in doing a deadlift. You can also start from slightly more forward position, and then from there come up, which again makes it a little bit more hip dominant. Same thing on the way back down, allowing your chest to come forwards. My chest is forwards, but I'm still keeping that neutral spine. And then as I come up, that makes it more of a hip and posterior chain movement. If I want to make it slightly more quads, which you might want to do, then you could be in that more upright position. But often actually cueing someone to maybe just sit down a little bit more, keeping that chest up, and then pushing those hips through, that's going to make it more posterior chain. So that's just a couple of things you can look at. With the deadlift, I particularly like doing a wall cue for this. So we're going to bring the camera around so that we can look at how we would do that with a client. Essentially, as I said, the tips are you want to keep that chest up nice and high, and you want to make sure that back is nice and neutral. It might be with a client that you need to lift the bar up onto the two boxes to start with, and actually get them doing partial range of movement deadlifts. That can be really nice. And then also doing this next technique we're going to do now can be really helpful to teach the deadlift, and then we're going to go on to a kettlebell version of that. Okay, so the cue that you can use when you're doing this against the wall for deadlifts is Emily, if you stand with your back to the wall, and what you do is you get someone to basically push their bum until they touch the wall with keeping that nice neutral spine. So if you just push the bum back towards the wall and then back up again, okay, and again. So what you're doing, you're giving an external cue for them to get to the wall and keeping that nice upright position of their spine. Okay, so just a couple more reps. And what you could then do, maybe if you take a little step further forwards and then do the same thing, so pushing that hips back and back up again. And they might not reach the wall with that movement, but again, they know the wall is there, and that's the kind of cue they're using when they're doing that. So really nice, gives that external cue, and then we're going to move on to doing kettlebell variation of the lift. Okay, so the other thing that we can do with deadlifts is practice using the kettlebell. So Emily, if I get you to just step in front of the kettlebell. What I like about this one is you can get this right between the feet, and so often people will feel that this is a bit easy to do. So if I just get you to do a couple of repetitions of that, just stand up. And same thing, you're just looking for upright chest, just bringing the kettlebell down in between the feet, that's cool, and then back. So what I often will do is go for the wall position first, so teaching that position, and it might be that you have to run through that quite a few times to just get the motor learning in place. A lot of people just don't know how to do the position and the movement, so actually just drilling that literally 20-30 reps where they're just doing it over and over and over again, and just little cues. I'm, as a physio, not afraid to put my hands on and say, do you mind if I just put my hands on your hips, show you where to go, put my hands on your back? Most people are going to be fine with that. So you can then cue them in that way as well, so give them a bit of tactile feedback to where they should be as well. And that's always nice for clients because they know where they should be. And then you've got that wall for external cue. Then I'd bring them into maybe the kettlebell, get them doing the kettlebell one, get them confident with that, and then bring them onto the barbell, because that's probably the harder of the variations. And just obviously teaching. The other thing you can use is mirrors as well. So using a mirror, teaching them to have a look in the mirror to see where they are. As I said, you can use raised platforms for deadlifts as well to make it easier initially, and then start to go through a full range of movement. So hopefully that's given you a few tips to use with deadlifts and with clients to help them to improve their technique, which should help them reduce pain but also get stronger in that lift. Thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate your time, and hopefully you got a lot of valuable content out of the video. Please don't forget to subscribe by clicking up here. This will mean that you don't miss out on any of the strength physio videos. Also, check out my next video down here, and I will hopefully see you on the next video. Cheers, guys.